you're doing behind that desk. There is work to be done.
What a desk is for.
I should have let you grovel a while longer. That's when you were in your prime. But the minute I forgave you all your sins, you went soft on me.
You want to rescind the Wallingford seal of approval?
Oh, do you have any idea whom Brooke left in charge of Jamie when she went on her trip?
Yeah, Ted's crash course in fatherhood. It's old news.
Oh, is it? Well, I happen to have a hot tidbit just off the presses. Brooke has returned.
How was her trip?
What has happened to you? Now, look here. Petra just told me that Tad and Brooke have taken Jamie out. That means at this very moment they are together in the park. And while you're moping around here, Tad is capturing your family. For heaven's sakes, do something.
I'm going to push him off the slide? Close down the sandbox? What?
I have never been so disappointed in my life. What's wrong with you? Just letting it all slip away?
Face it, Phoebe, it has. Now, somebody took an axe to Brooke's family tree and cut me off. Now, next year, in the Christmas card picture, there's going to be Brooke and Jamie and Tad. And there's not a damn thing I can do about it.
Come on, you. Keep going. Go over there to the playground. Before you choke your mother. Go.
Beautiful. Isn't this a beautiful day, Jamie? Isn't this nice? Here we are, the three of us. Like a real family, huh?
Oh, come here, you. Come here. I got a break. Come on, go daddy.
It's a good thing you feel that way. I gotta tell you. Because after 2 days, he's still looking at me, giving me that who the hell are you look, aren't you?
Well, you have to give him a little time. Believe me, once you win his heart, it is yours.
Yeah, well, as long as he knows he gets to keep me, too, you know? You've got to keep me. You hear that? You're stuck. You're stuck with your old man. You've got to keep me. You know I mean that, right? I'm not just talking about free babysitting. I want you to count on me. You know you can, right?
I know that.
Where you going?
Hi.
A little dirt on it, but I think
How you guys doing?
Dixie, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Well, isn't this funny? You know, Junior and I just went into Myrtle, Fargate. It's such a nice day. Everybody's out.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, we finally got some warm weather.
Yeah. Well, listen, I better run and catch up with Junior. Nice to see you.
Say hi to him for me.
I will. Dixie, wait. What? Well, Tad told me how you pitched in when Jamie was sick, and...
Oh, don't worry. Think nothing of it.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it that you were around.
Oh, you appreciate it. I was so terrified I was about to pack this kid off and send him off to the Mayo Clinic, huh? So you showed up, regular Florence Nightingale.
Oh, practice makes perfect.
Well, thanks. Really.
Look, it was a pleasure to help, really. And Jamie's looking much better.
Well, I think he is feeling better. I think probably he'd like to prove it by running around here like a wild man, but he really needs a nap, and I have to go back to work.
Oh, by all means, let's hit him up, move him out, get him dressed, get him shaved.
No, listen, it's a beautiful day. You don't have to go. Why don't you stay? Why don't you enjoy the day?
What's your point? That I'm that pale? Listen, living in Pine Valley is not like the Napa when I could spend half the day in the vineyard. But it is a beautiful day, so I tell you what. You go home and take your nap, and I'll check in on you later, okay? Don't forget me in the meantime. Is it a deal? Give it back to your mama, dear.
All right, come on, look. Ooh, come to me, yes. All right.
All right, take care.
See you later.
You too. Bye-bye.
So, how was the big wedding?
Incredible. Adam has a talent for grand gesture. And it was really good. I mean, Gloria and Adam, they were very, very grateful that Junior and I made it.
So, Gloria actually went through with it this time, huh?
Yep. She's on her honeymoon now.
So, who caught the bouquet?
Ruth and Myrtle and I decided to sort of pass on that particular tradition.
Dixie, I'm sorry. I mean, I know I made it hard for you to go.
No, you didn't.
Well, come on, at least you can see my point, right? I mean, we were finally talking to each other. Everything was out there on the table. We were doing fine until Brian interrupted us. You busy?
Why?
It's such a nice day. I was thinking that maybe we could pick up where we left off.
You remember where that was?
Mm-hmm. Total honesty.
You think we should still be honest?
Those are the rules.
All right, well, I get to go first then. In all honesty, Tad, I think you're one of the most selfish, egotistical, two-faced men I have ever met in my entire life.
She can't even see what's staring her right in her face. She is Tad's second choice. No, let me finish. Do you know what Dixie told Tad? Well, she told him to get lost. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out that Brooke is a pretty decent alternative.
Then make Brooke see that. Then she won't settle for being Tad's consolation prize.
I have tried that. I have done everything short of emblazing it over the sky, over her house with a skywriter. She won't listen.
Well, of course you listen. You just haven't tried hard enough.
Phoebe, trust me, it's a dead case. It won't work.
Do you want Brooke?
Look, have you been listening to me?
I have been listening, and all I've heard is a lot of defeatist blathering. Now, I repeat, do you want...
Yes, I want Brooke. Yes, I've wanted her since the first day I laid eyes on her. I mean, do you think that I throw marriage proposals around every beautiful woman I see? I love that woman. I mean, she's it. Ever since I got a taste of Jamie and her, everything else pales by comparison. But she doesn't care, you know? I would die for that woman tomorrow. But you know what? She would step over my dead body just to make sure that Tad wasn't caught in the crossfire. She just doesn't care, Phoebe. She just...
Edmund, please, don't despair. Now, Brooke is not lost. At least, not quite yet.
How can you work things out with me while you try and string Brooke along? Do you really think I'm stupid? Are you trying to hedge all your bets? Or do you want to have your cake and eat it too? You know, you don't know who you are, Tad? Well, maybe your old ally, Tad the well, and standing right here in Pine Valley.
Obviously, you think so.
You know what I think? I think you want to have it all, and you're going to try and get it.
I never gave you enough credit. You know, I can see you've taken a lot of time to think this one through. Congratulations.
I've been thinking about the man I loved for 2 years, who is long gone. Now, maybe that man never existed. Maybe I just invented him out of pieces of what Adam wasn't.
No, don't start comparing me to Adam Chandler, please. I never claimed to be anybody but who I am.
2 days ago, I thought that maybe, possibly, Tad was back. My Tad, the man that I loved. But you? Boy, I don't know who you are.
What are you talking about? What exactly do you want from me?
I don't know. Stupid me, I sort of thought we wanted the same thing. I actually thought that we were possibly there.
We were there. Hell, we were almost there, but apparently you had better things to do, remember? After all the screaming you've done at me about walking out in the middle of conversations, you're the one that picked up and walked out in the middle of everything to spend time with Brian.
My son has the right to go to his father's wedding.
Your son was going to his father's wedding with Brian.
Well, I don't disappoint him if I don't have to.
Oh, well, it's a good thing that jerk came along when he did, isn't it?
You know, Tad, that was not my fault. I did not plan that wedding. And I've been back for a pretty long time, you know. You could have called.
Okay, so what was the point? Okay, what's the point? Are you telling me that you and Brian were there at home? You were perched by the phone? You were waiting for the phone call?
No! Come on. Don't you remember I invited you over for waffles? Did you ever show up? No. You were too busy trying to catch up with Brooke, who'd come back from her field trip.
Right. Brooke came home. We talked for a while. We decided to take our son to the park. What a monumental screw-up. By all means, pack me up and ship me off. Throw away the key.
Come on, what would you have done if I hadn't caught you?
Caught me. Caught me doing what? Taking a walk in a park on a beautiful spring day?
Oh, you would still be playing Father Knows Best with Brooke if I hadn't shown up. She was nice enough to give us a few minutes of time to stand here and talk to each other, and you try and pick things up with me where we left off? That sounds like a real load of baloney to me, Tad. You want to start things over? We want to fix things? forget it.
Fine. Fine, have it your way. It's fine by me.
Oh, this is great. Bye, hi. Go ahead, leave. No explanation.
What explanation? What explanation? What explanation do I owe you or anybody else?
You owe me.
Why the hell should I waste my breath, huh? There is no discussion. There never has been, because you always figure things out. In the fraction of a second it takes for you to make a mistake, you try, you convict, and you sentence me.
I'm really sick of this.
So am I. I'm sick to death of it. So why don't we do ourselves a favor, huh? Why don't we just call it off and spare ourselves some more misery? This time, just let me walk away, Dixie, okay? It's over. It's finished.
Leave my mommy alone!
Thank you for the pep talk, Phoebe. But I lived a long life without Brooke, and I will somehow manage.
Oh, I'm sure you'll survive somehow, but what kind of a life will it be? I mean, now listen to me. This is serious. Jamie forced Brooke to think about Tad constantly. How could she possibly put him out of her heart when she loves his son so dearly?
Well, right now, Tad's got a pretty firm hold on that heart.
Oh, you still don't get it. You see, Brooke feels that this time around, he chose her over Dixie, and that is very gratifying. Now, if she were in her right mind, there's no way that she would choose Tad over you.
I am in my right mind, Aunt Phoebe, but I have real doubts about you.
Oh, dear.
Listen, if the two of you want to sit around and analyze other people's love lives, might I suggest that you go get jobs at Romance Weekly? Because you're not going to work for me.
Sorry. Last thing I wanted to do was upset Junior.
It's all right. He's really too young to understand what's going on.
I don't know. Seems to me that he understands one thing as clear as day. We make each other miserable.
Well, look, it's partly my fault. You know, I was really in a bad mood, and I was really out of line. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's not necessary. You're right. Sometimes I am a jerk. Seems like Tad Martin spent most of his adult life running away from his biggest mistake, trying to live it down. Ted Orsini doesn't make any. And so I'm somewhere in the middle. I just don't know where. One thing I am sure of is my son. Jamie's not a mistake. Not to me. Is it such a crime to want to plan some kind of future with him in it? And being his mother, don't you think that Brooke deserves some place in that future somehow?
Yeah.
You and Adam are trying to get along better for the first time because you two share a son. Isn't it the reason that you left the other day? So you could make it to the wedding?
Yeah, but Adam and I aren't dating. You and Brooke are seeing each other.
Yeah, we are. And I'm not going to apologize for it. There's no reason. I haven't done anything wrong. Dixie, as far as I knew, there was no chance of any kind of a future with you. And I like Brooke. I do. That's no secret. I owe her the biggest debt imaginable.
So why don't you go after her?
Do you have any idea how many times my life has turned upside down in the last few months? I'm tired of being confused. I want something to make sense. I want something to hold on to. And the idea of walking away from you, walking away from all of this pain and having absolutely nothing to hold on to, it's too much to bear. Can't you see that?
So, when are things going to get back to normal?
I don't know. I don't know if they can. I have my memory back, and I still don't know who the hell I am. I woke up today, and I was miserable. I was confused. I was as empty as the day that Nola found me. Do you know how scary that is?
No.
I can't stand it anymore, Dix. I don't want to feel that way. Not if I can help it. No way, no how. And if I am such a jerk, what do you care? What do you care what I do or who I do it with?
Because I love you, Dad. Because I've always loved you.